After yesterday's market dip, as we see over the 1-day time period, down 5% on Bitcoin, and over the 30 days down 12%, and we're also looking at a bearish month of September in the history of Bitcoin and the history of crypto. September has been one of traditionally the worst months, but I honestly think people are overplaying that narrative. Heading into an election year, I truly do think that over the next 3 months, you have so much opportunity in this market, but you have to take action now. So I'm going to go over what's next, what I am doing in this market currently, as well as the narrative that I think is shaping up to have a massive Q4 run. So let's jump right into it. If you are new to the channel, drop down, hit that subscribe button. We are pushing towards that 100K mark, but we need your help. Tell your friends where you're getting all the alpha around the crypto gaming sector, as well as AI, memes, etc. And like the video down below. It helps us get in front of more viewers just like yourself who are bullish on crypto and the same narratives. As well, a big shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. We have OnMe, we have NordVPN, Moon Tropica, 𝗖𝗢𝗬𝗓𝗧, as well as all of our exchange partners down below in the description. I 100%, I've been trading with Blowfin personally. I think Blowfin's been a very, very good option as far as futures trading, perps, that type of stuff. You can find Blowfin, Bybit, Avo, all of our links in the description down below to find the exchange that you are looking for all of your trading needs, as well as all of our other sponsors. Let's dive right into it. Right now, the market, look, it is looking a little gloomy, like 12% down on the 30 days, heading into a bearish month of September. And when I say bearish, my outlook isn't bearish. However, the month of September traditionally has been one of the worst months in the history of crypto and Bitcoin. If we just go look here at the all chart, around 2021, September was actually down only to about 41K before the bull run here of 2021. Now, history does not always repeat itself, but it does rhyme. I think over the last 10 years, there's been 3 green months of September, and maybe only there's been 7 red months. However, we're heading into a election season here to close out this year where I think one party is going to lean heavy into crypto, which is Trump. And then on top of that, we're at the point of a 4-year cycle where the bull run is probably pretty imminent heading into 2025. My outlook hasn't changed. My timelines haven't changed. I think mid to late 2025, we see the peak of the bull market, and that's when we should be taking major profit as retail's coming in. We see Coinbase hit the #1 app on the App Store, etc. So for now, to be honest, my overall thesis and outlook on the market is still strong. You look across the board, we still have a lot of the coins that we've been buying the bottoms of doing pretty well. We have Super up 20%. They just partnered up with Neo Tokyo. They're partnered up with Moon Tropica now. Shout out to our sponsors, Moon Tropica. They're partnered up with WAGMI Games. We see Immutable up 16%. We see Prime up 21%. So some of these recent accumulations are still in the green. However, on the daily, things are looking a bit different. Not too much in the green due to this recent Bitcoin dip. But I do just kind of want to go over a couple of news bits, but then the tokens, the narratives, why I'm lining up, and the things that I am doing in this market to prepare for a major move that I think is coming next. But first of all, let's go over a little bit of news because this is right up my alley. OpenSea has just received a Wells notice from the SEC. Not really great to see, but there's some jokes on the timeline about this. We'll get into that in a second, but we're shocked that the SEC would make such a move that threatens creators and artists, and we're ready to stand up and fight for our industry. So, yeah, it seems like the SEC is coming hard after OpenSea. But this is like 2 years late, and Thread Guy, SEC going after OpenSea in 2024 means that Pump Fund, the orchestrator of all these new meme coins, has minimum 2+ years meme coin super cycle. So yeah, it's interesting to see. A lot of people recently have been saying that the NFT narrative is back. I don't really think NFTs are back. I think the only NFTs I've been buying are, number one, am I getting early access into a game? Is it an asset inside of a game? Number 2, is there a future airdrop? Or number 3, is there some sort of access to a group or some utility that I can reap from that? Otherwise, I don't think that the NFT market is quite back. And, this shows a little bit of bearish short-term outlook for NFTs. However, I don't think that this is going to, it says that they're coming after the creators of the NFTs on OpenSea. I don't really see this going anywhere, to be completely honest. And as Thread Guy says, it's funny that they're going after OpenSea in a time period where we literally have an entity that is allowing rug pulls every single day to be orchestrated with the click of a button. It's just a little bit wild to take a look at. But personally speaking, I'm not too worried about that. I think it'll play its course. I think NFTs might have a run at some point of this cycle, but I think meme coins are this cycle's NFTs. We'll talk about meme coins here at the very end of the show. However, I think the one narrative that is lining up so many bullish catalysts right now is gaming. You guys know I'm a gaming bull. This is my forte. I dive into this industry every single day. I talk to teams in this industry. I see what's going on between the lines. And when you see someone like a FaZe Banks, okay, come in here and he's speaking here talking about how he believes that crypto gaming can change the world. Think about, owning your assets, owning your stuff inside of these ecosystems and being able to actually monetize those eventually based off your earnings, based off of your capabilities inside of these different games. So he's talking to FaZe Rug here about how crypto gaming can change the world. But the overall comments on this video, if we scroll down here, it's like scammer. There's just so many. This is a CoffeeZilla trailer. People gonna get rich farming go F yourself. It's pretty funny to see actually here the amount of negativity when it comes to the crypto gaming space still from traditional gamers. And I posted a TikTok the other day, but I just think it's so funny, the logic. Oh, why would crypto's a scam? NFTs skins are a scam inside of games. I don't want to own my assets. I'll pay thousands of dollars for my Fortnite skins. I don't care if I'm just pouring money into this billion-dollar conglomerate that makes money hand over fist off the 11-year-olds getting mommy and daddy's credit card, buying all these skins. You can't do anything with that. It's going to go to die whenever you put your console away eventually. You have a real job or whatever the case is. Traditional gaming is flawed, and traditional gaming is now having a hard time getting titles to the mainstream. We have this Wukong game going viral right now, but really they're few and far between. And I love reading the hate on crypto gaming because it's just ignorance. These people have no idea the true utility of owning your assets, owning your time, owning your creations, and owning your accomplishments and achievements at the end of the day inside of these games. And it's going to be so painful for traditional gamers when all of us crazy people who see the future laying out itself right in front of us, where ownership is key inside of these games and ecosystems, we're all going to be geniuses here in a couple of years. And I think that that's absolutely shown itself recently. We see stuff like Sonium. Sonium is Sony's Ethereum-based blockchain. Sony, the people behind PlayStation, just made a major move into Web3, and actually the testnet just went live today. So the Monado testnet and Sonium Spark details are here. You can actually jump in and start testing out this blockchain for their layer 2 solution today. This is a big landmark, and Sony would not be diving in here if they don't see the future laid out right in front of them. We have off the grid on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, etc. The writing is on the wall for this industry currently. And I don't think that people really see the full scope of it, because traditional games a few years ago were thriving due to the thing that happened in 2020 that kept us all inside of our houses. I'm not going to say it just for YouTube purposes. But at this point in time, games are struggling to get off the ground. New titles are struggling to gain market share, and most titles just go to die whenever they launch. And traditional, builders of these games are having a really hard time getting traction on their products, whereas crypto games provide such a unique opportunity. It is literally a blue ocean of opportunity currently for people to come in, create good experiences that people can latch onto with the ownership of these assets. So I'm ranting a little bit at this point, but I think that crypto games right now have never been in a better position to kind of start to gain some market share in this industry. And when we're looking across the market of tokens, I do want to highlight a tweet quickly before we do this. And a lot of people have asked me, why are you so heavy on infrastructure? When I say infrastructure, we're talking about blockchains, right? And at this point in time, there's about 5 blockchains out there that I really want heavy bags of in this market. But I think that this is also important to highlight. So Hunter Solaire, big brain, crypto game, I would definitely give him a follow on Twitter. But OG tweets that, some Web3 games need to understand that Valve built Half-Life before they built Steam. So if someone is claiming to build the Steam of Web3, that's probably not actually occurring, right? You need a smash hit game to be able to break into that niche. Now, let's look at some of the incumbents here. We see stuff like Ronin. Well, guess what? Ronin has that. Ronin has 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗧. They have pixels. They've had smash hits. They've almost become the closest thing to Steam because of their overall player ecosystem. We see stuff like Beam, which is a newer chain. They haven't had that smash hit, but I'm bullish on the overarching blockchain ecosystem of a Beam. Stuff like 𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗟𝗗, yeah, they have Illuvium, this and that, but they still haven't had that like absolute smash breakthrough title. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing to think about. And it brings me to Ultra, which like Ultra, if we can find it here on the watch list, Ultra, they basically were terming themselves as the Steam of crypto gaming. And I'm still very bullish on Ultra. But this is one I think is undervalued in this standpoint of their smash hit game, Project Citadel, is on the cusp of being delivered, right? Stuff like Avalanche, their smash hit game Off the Grid is on the cusp of being delivered. So if you want to front run some of these things, that might be a good play. So when I mentioned like 5 to 6 ecosystems that I really want to accumulate, it's Solana, it's Avalanche. So Solana for just the mobile gaming, the Solana aspect, I want that in my portfolio. I think it also has a lot of gaming exposure. Avalanche, I'm front running the adoption that I believe Off the Grid can bring. For Beam, I'm front running the Avalanche adoption. They're built on an Avalanche L1, and I think Beam is just going to be one of the best performers of this cycle. I'm looking at Ronin, and I'm looking at Superverse, as I'm also front running the Off the Grid narrative. And also, I'm speculating that Super will eventually be integrated in much more games, maybe even have their own blockchain. So those are 5 ecosystems I'm really heavily accumulating currently. And I have to highlight this, because I know I said this at the very end of the last show, but you guys, right now is not the time to be adding 30 tokens to your stack or taking high risk plays. There will be a time where we go back into low caps. Do you remember how fun November to February was? We were able to delve into 10, 20 million market caps, get quick 5 to 10 X's and be able to, ride off into the sunset on some of those coins. But right now, adding new flashy tokens to your portfolio is not the move. The vesting is crushing all of these new projects, as well as if you focus on 50 to 100 tokens, you're going to inevitably lose money on most because your focus is so diluted. So we'll get back to a point where I'm giving you guys new gems, lower market cap stuff, but until the market takes off, and while we're trying to front run the overall gaming narrative, I'm sticking to the cream of the crop, the top of the market stuff. And look, you have to stay consistent. There's no reason for me right now to go to the bottom realms of liquidity down here for a 100K coin because I think that their pixelated game is going to do well. Like, that's not what we're in right now. So for me, it's still the top ecosystems. I'm loving Prime. I'm loving Wilder World. I like Carrot. If I'm picking a new token out of this market, it probably would be Carrot. But overall, I'm sticking to those ecosystems that have had a breakthrough or have a breakthrough on the way. So those 5 that I mentioned, we have Ronin, we have Beam, we have Super, we also have Avalanche, we have Solana. I would throw IMX in the mix. I think IMX is going to be a killer this cycle, but those 6 ecosystems, and then 7th, I guess I would go ahead and throw in Prime. I would say Wild and Carrot. So there's 9 tokens for you right there that I think are fantastic accumulations to front run this gaming run, which I think is about to unfold right in front of our eyes. And if you're not looking to buy into new tokens, well, guess what? I also have that airdrop alpha for you to be able to come in and earn some free liquidity, get into some new ecosystems. And I think all three of these are going to crush it. We have Dark Times, which is incubated by Blowfish Studios. This is Animoca Brands. They're building on 𝗬𝗢𝗓, and 𝗬𝗢𝗓 is really picking up traction here as far as the gaming sector. But their Rune run starts on September 2nd. So this hasn't even started yet. You're front running this big time right now. More than 20 of the biggest gaming communities are joining the fun. This is the best way to join the world of Dark Times. It's like airdrop farming, but for gamers. So you're going to be able to engage on Twitter, create unique content, and earn Dark Times Genesis chests, collect runes, and top the leaderboards to win. So this, to me, screams airdrop campaign. So definitely look out for this for Dark Times. This is Play Dark Times on Twitter. We have Wilder World. As I just mentioned, Wild is one of my top conviction plays. Best metaverse, quote unquote, in the industry right now by far. AAA, they have everything coming along with the racing game, open world, first person shooter. The world is uniting in opposition to the forum. Keep up the momentum. You can complete social missions, earn Wild in the Wilder World Alpha, and improve communications. Turn the notifications on for what's next, because they are giving out $5 million right now. So you don't have the time to accumulate 50 tokens, or you want new tokens in your stack, these are the ways to go do that right now. You can literally jump in on Epic Games and compete for $5 million in wild tokens. We have Goat Gaming, which you guys were flocking in to the Telegram experience. Right now, you can jump in, spin the wheel, and you're earning credits right towards the GOAT airdrops. Play games, win prizes, refer friends, earn GOAT, and repeat. The road to GOAT is on Telegram right now. And look, the Telegram founder got out today. I don't know if he ratted. I don't know what happened there. That's not my speculation, and that's not my expertise. But what I do know is Telegram gaming is absolutely blowing up. I will leave the link in the description one more time for this narrative, for the GOAT Gaming bot. You can jump in and you'll be able to literally start attributing your points and your XP and your crowns towards the GOAT airdrop. And then last but not least, we have Super Champs, and Omar from Super Champs, the founder here. He was also on a Twitter space I was on recently, talking about how he thinks Telegram is just such a good opportunity. So that goes back to the GOAT side. I wouldn't be surprised to see Super Champs go that route as well. And it seems like they're also leaning into entertainment here. Dozens of live animations, 10 million plus reached on social media, long form anime and comics on the way. Win Netflix. We are here to take over your screens. This campaign is live right now. You just go in there, follow their Twitter, play a certain game every day. They have Racket Rampage, they have Bullet League. You just jump in. This is the #1 gaming ecosystem on base right now. So the 4 things you can do right now that don't involve liquidity: Dark Times, Wilder World, GOAT Gaming, Super Champs. Get in there, compete, and earn your share of these airdrops, because I think all 4 of these have such a bright future ahead. And then let's get into some meme coins. So for now, like I said, my approach in the gaming market right now is definitely boring. Boring is good, honestly. If you spice it up too much, you're going to get caught. You're going to get your hand caught in a bear trap if you're just messing around with too many things. So right now, I'm stacking gaming coins and top AI coins for the long haul, for the blow off top of the bull run, and trade meme coins in the meantime. That's exactly what I'm doing. And as Ponky getting bathed in a waterfall here while he's meditating, that's totally my vibe. The market could shower on me in the meantime, but I'm ready. My gaming bags are packed for whenever the bull run does really kick off. And I want to go over some of the positions that I'm currently in. We have Sundog, I think the #1 meme on Tron. If I have to pick one that's going to go to $1 billion, it's absolutely Sundog. It's like a $250 million market cap right now. And they're doing a big airdrop, $10,000 worth of Sundog to the community with their collaboration here with BitGet. I know that they also have some pretty big centralized exchange listings coming across. Sundog at about 250 million currently. I would not be surprised to see this hit $1 billion. We have bulls. So I know the team behind this one. It's about a $12 million market cap. I think that this one has a whole lot of potential. Just knowing the coins that they've incubated already, I think that the bulls token, BULLS, definitely is also a good narrative. And then let me go over to my memes tab. A couple others, Mooncat. I know myself, Miles, a bunch of other people are bullish on Mooncat. This is on Tron as well. So the 3 Tron ones that I'm currently really eyeing are Sundog, Bulls, and Mooncat. So those 3 on Tron. And then a little bit of a degen play. This one actually launched today. This is called 𝗀𝗢𝗔𝗬. So I know the team behind this. If you see here on the left, Meteora. Meteora is like pump fun, but much more sustainable. Like the launches that they do have seemingly just done way better than the average launch. It is basically a meme launch pad. I would let this thing dip a little bit, but I think that this one could get ran up quite well, just knowing that I believe the Meteora team themselves are behind this token. So that is pure speculation. And this one's a super high risk. So if you're going to go into this one, literally just throw a couple Solana at it, you know, and just see what happens. But this one, very, very high risk. But Meteora, if you haven't checked this out, they have high yield on meme coins. They have meme coin launchpad. It's a really interesting ecosystem. I would 100% recommend to go check out. And if you like the software that we use on this channel to go through all of these different things, the markets, NFTs, coins, watch lists, etc., you can jump in nexuslabs.gg. There's also a link down below in the description here to be able to jump in, track your portfolio, get involved with the latest crypto games over every chain. We have Tron, we have Solana, we have ETH, we have all the EVM chains, and then you can come in, track the entire NFT market, as well as get involved with our launchpad, which will be publicly accessible here very, very soon. So guys, links down below in the description for that. And then last but not least, we have Moon Tropica, who is partnering up with InfraX. So Moon Tropica has been doing some very, very good partnerships over the course of the last few months. I am so bullish on what the team over here has put together. They're partnered up with all the biggest influencers, all the biggest projects, Beam, IMX, Super, etc. This is going to bring AI tools to help the development of Moon Tropica. Check out Moon Tropica down below in the description. And last but certainly not least, NordVPN. If you're not using a VPN, you're literally leaving a back end to get tracked, leak your IP address, your location. If you're trading, if you're participating in the crypto space, I highly, highly implore you, use NordVPN down below in the description. We have an exclusive deal and a 30-day money-back guarantee. I would highly advise to use a VPN and use the best VPN in the industry, which is NordVPN. So guys, I'll see you all on the next show. I have a pretty good show planned up for the end of this week, so you don't want to miss it. Like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, leave your comments down below on what you're doing in this market, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.